Jae-won Kim ruled Seoul's underworld with an iron fist. Nothing surprised him anymore, until the day he came home early and his black maid pressed a finger to his lips, whispering urgently, "Stay quiet." Through the crack in the door, he watched his wife and best friend plot his murder while celebrating their secret affair. The betrayal should have destroyed him. Instead, it awakened something unexpected. Because Rose Mitchell, the quiet maid everyone overlooked, had just saved his life. Now, this dangerous mafia boss was seeing her in an entirely different light. Some loves are born from betrayal. Jae-won Kim dismissed his meeting 2 hours early. Something felt wrong. A sixth sense developed from years of surviving Seoul's criminal underworld. At 35, he'd built an empire, both legitimate and deadly. His construction company made billions. His underground network controlled everything else. People feared him. His own wife should have loved him. He drove home in silence, his driver sensing his mood. The mansion gates opened automatically, but instead of the usual fanfare, the house seemed too quiet. Jae-won entered through the side entrance, a habit from his dangerous profession. Always have an escape route, always surprise your enemies. He heard voices from the study, his study. Laughter, familiar voices that made his blood run cold. As he moved closer, a hand suddenly grabbed his wrist. He spun, ready to strike, and found himself staring into the frightened brown eyes of Rose, his wife's maid. She was a small black woman, maybe 26, always invisible in the background. He barely knew her name, despite her working in his house for 8 months. "Mr. Kim," she whispered urgently, her accent clearly American. "Please, stay quiet. Don't let them know you're here." "What?" She pressed a finger to his lips, bold despite her trembling hand. "Trust me, you need to hear this first." Through the crack in the study door, he saw his wife, Minji, wrapped in the arms of his best friend and business partner, Dae-jung. Have you ever discovered a betrayal that changed everything? Like this video if you're ready for this intense story. What do you think Jae-won will do next? Comment below and don't forget to subscribe. Jae-won's world tilted. His wife? His best friend since childhood? Together. But Rose held his arm firmly, keeping him in the shadows. "Listen," she mouthed silently. Minji's voice drifted through the door, cold and calculating. "Another month, that's all we need. The life insurance policy matures and his will leaves everything to me." "You're certain the poison is untraceable?" Dae-jung asked. Poison? They were planning to murder him. Rose has been adding it to his coffee for weeks now. The stupid girl doesn't even know what she's doing. I told her it's herbal medicine for his stress. Jae-won's eyes snapped to Rose. She shook her head desperately, pulling a small vial from her apron pocket. Full. Unused. "I never gave it to him," she whispered. "I got suspicious when she insisted I do it secretly, so I've been pouring it out and refilling the vial with colored water." This maid, this woman he'd never truly seen, had been protecting him for weeks. "Once Jae-won is dead," Dae-jung continued, "we can finally be together publicly, and with his criminal empire merged with my operations, we'll control everything. My darling husband, so powerful, so careful about enemies outside, he never suspected the enemy sleeping beside him." Their laughter echoed through the hallway. Jae-won's shock transformed into cold fury. He'd survived gang wars, corporate espionage, and assassination attempts. But this was different. Rose's hand squeezed his. "What do we do?" "We?" She'd already chosen a side. "The betrayal runs deep. Do you think Minji and Dae-jung will succeed? Smash that like button if this twist shocked you. Share with someone who loves suspense. And subscribe. This story is just getting started. Jae-won pulled Rose away from the door, into the empty kitchen. His mind raced with possibilities, calculations, and revenge scenarios. "Why didn't you tell me?" he demanded quietly. Rose's eyes widened. "Tell you what, sir? That your wife asked me to put medicine in your coffee? I'm just a maid. She could have fired me, deported me. I had no proof it was poison." "But you suspected." "Yes," her voice strengthened, "so I protected you the only way I could, quietly." Jae-won studied her properly for the first time. Rose Mitchell, the employment file flickered through his memory. American, studied nursing before financial troubles forced her abroad. No family, working to pay off her mother's medical debts. Honest, invisible, perfect. How much did you hear before today? Enough to know they've been planning this for months, maybe longer. They meet every Tuesday when you have your standing business dinner. Every Tuesday. For how long had he been blind? I need evidence, Jae-won said. Recorded conversations, documents, anything that proves their affair and the murder plot. Rose bit her lip. I may have already started collecting some things. He raised an eyebrow. She pulled out her phone, showing photos of text messages she had photographed from Minji's second phone, receipts from hotels, emails discussing the plan. You're either very brave or very foolish, Jae-won observed. I'm poor, Mr. Kim, not stupid. I knew I'd need protection if this came out. A smile almost touched his lips. What do you want in return? My mother's medical bills paid, a passport that can't be revoked, and your word that you won't kill me when this is over. Smart woman. Rose is playing a dangerous game. Would you risk everything to do the right thing? Like if you're Team Rose. What should Jae-won do next? Comment your ideas and subscribe. Jae-won made a decision that would change both their lives. You'll continue working as normal, he instructed. Act like nothing has changed. Continue giving me the medicine. They can't know you've stopped. But he'll switch to having his coffee elsewhere. Make excuses. You'll keep the vial filled with colored water. We need them confident, careless. Rose nodded slowly. What are you planning? To let them think they're winning. Predators make mistakes when they believe their prey is already dead. Over the next hour, they formed an unlikely partnership. Jae-won would act normally, perhaps even more tired and weak. Rose would report everything she saw and heard. They can't suspect you're helping me, Jae-won warned. If they do, I know, they'll kill me too. Her courage impressed him. Most people trembled in his presence. Rose looked scared, but determined. Why risk this? He asked. You could have just quit, left Korea. Rose met his eyes directly. Because it's wrong. Because they're using me as their weapon. And because, she hesitated, you've always treated the staff kindly. You remember our names. Ask about our families. Your wife doesn't even look at us. Jae-won hadn't realized anyone noticed. There's something else, Rose added quietly. Last week, I overheard them discussing a little girl, your daughter from your first relation. They plan to... Rage flooded through him. His daughter, Hana, age 7, lived with her grandmother in Busan. If they threatened her... What's the timeline? He asked through clenched teeth. 3 weeks. They're planning something for her birthday party. 3 weeks to save his daughter and destroy his enemies. Then we have work to do, Rose Mitchell. Jae-won's daughter is in danger. This just got even more intense. Like this chapter if you're hooked. What do you predict will happen? Drop your theories in the comments and subscribe so you don't miss the next shocking chapter. Jae-won began his performance the next morning. He stumbled slightly at breakfast, rubbed his temples, complained of headaches. Minji's concerned expression was perfectly crafted. Darling, you look terrible. Perhaps you should see a doctor. Just stress, he muttered. The merger negotiations are complicated. Perfect. The merger with Dae-jung's company was part of their plan, a way to legitimize their eventual takeover. He watched Minji's eyes gleam with satisfaction. She thought the poison was working. In the kitchen, Rose poured his coffee with shaking hands, playing her part. Minji watched from the doorway. Make sure he drinks it all, Minji instructed coldly. His health depends on it. The cruelty in her voice made Rose's jaw tighten, but she nodded submissively. After Minji left, Rose dumped the coffee and brought Jae-won fresh tea instead. She's getting impatient, Rose whispered. She asked me yesterday if I was certain about the dosage. Good. Impatience creates mistakes. That evening, Dae-jung visited for dinner. Jae-won watched his best friend with new eyes, seeing what he'd missed. The way Dae-jung's gaze followed Minji, the subtle touches, the shared glances. You don't look well, brother, Dae-jung said with false concern. I've been better, Jae-won coughed deliberately. Perhaps I'm working too hard. Maybe you should take a vacation. I can handle the business for a while. I'm sure you could, Jae-won thought darkly. Later, Rose brought him real medicine, actual headache pills. You're too good at pretending to be sick, she observed. It's making me nervous. I've had practice pretending to be many things. Their eyes met and something shifted. She wasn't just a maid anymore. She was his ally, his secret, his only real friend in a house full of enemies. The acting is so convincing, even we're worried. Would you be able to pretend like Jae-won? Like if this suspense is killing you. Share this story with your friends and subscribe for more heart-pounding moments. I need access to my wife's private office, Jae-won told Rose during one of their secret midnight meetings in the wine cellar, the only room without security cameras. That's impossible. She keeps it locked always. Not for you. He handed her a key. You'll say you're cleaning. I need you to place these. He showed her 3 tiny cameras, sophisticated surveillance equipment. Rose's hands trembled. If she catches me... She won't. You're invisible to her, remember? She doesn't see you as a threat. That's what worries me. What if I'm not as invisible as we think? It was a valid concern, but they needed evidence, and Rose was their only option. The next afternoon, while Min-ji was at her spa appointment, really meeting Dae-jung at a hotel, Rose entered the office. Her heart pounded as she placed the cameras, one behind a book, one in a plant, one inside a decorative frame, each position carefully chosen by Jae-won for optimal coverage. She was adjusting the final camera when she heard footsteps. Min-ji had returned early. Rose grabbed a dust cloth and started cleaning the desk frantically, her pulse racing. "What are you doing in here?" Min-ji's voice was ice. "Cleaning, ma'am. I noticed you said yesterday the office needed dusting." I said no such thing. Rose's mind raced. "I'm sorry, ma'am. Perhaps I misunderstood. I'll leave immediately." "Wait." Min-ji studied her suspiciously. "You've been working here 8 months. Have you noticed anything unusual about my husband lately?" The question was a trap. Unusual how, ma'am? His health? His behavior? Rose played it perfectly, concerned but clueless. "He does seem tired lately. Should I be worried? Is Mr. Kim ill?" Min-ji relaxed slightly. "Just overworked. Make sure he drinks the medicine I give you. All of it. Every day." "Yes, ma'am." Later, Rose watched Rose's hands shake as she reported the close call. "You did well," he assured her. "I almost got caught. I'm not trained for this." "Neither was I, once." That was too close. Rose is braver than most. Like if your heart was racing during this chapter. What would you do in Rose's position? Comment below and subscribe for more heart-pounding moments. The cameras revealed everything. Jae-won watched from his hidden monitoring room as Min-ji and Dae-jung celebrated their progress. "He's getting weaker," Dae-jung laughed. "Another week, maybe 2. The fool actually thinks he has the flu," Min-ji added. But Jae-won noticed something else in the footage. Rose, cleaning the hallways, her expression troubled when she thought no one was watching.
He found himself watching her more than the conspirators. The way she moved, efficient and quiet. The way she bit her lip when worried. The gentle way she spoke to the other staff members. She was nothing like Min-ji. Where his wife was cold calculation, Rose was warm concern. Where Min-ji saw people as tools, Rose saw humans. "You're staring," Rose said one night, catching him watching the monitors. "Observing, it's different." "Is it?" She handed him tea, real tea, not poisoned. This small act of care had become their ritual. "Why did you really help me?" Jae-won asked. The truth, not the noble answer. Rose was quiet for a moment. "Because I know what it's like to be betrayed by people you trust. My ex-fiancé stole my savings and left me with my mother's medical debt. I swore I'd never let someone else suffer that if I could prevent it. So you're saving me out of empathy? Partly, and partly because she met his eyes. You're not the monster everyone says you are. You don't know me, Rose. I've lived in your house for 8 months. I've watched how you treat people when you think no one's looking. I've seen you pay bonuses to staff without them asking. Monsters don't do that. Jae-won felt something crack inside him. My wife thinks I'm a monster. Your wife doesn't know you at all. In that moment, in the dim light of the monitoring room, something shifted between them. Feelings are developing. Did you see this coming? Like if you're shipping Jae-won and Rose. Is this wrong given the circumstances? Share your thoughts and subscribe for the emotional roller coaster ahead. Hana Kim arrived 3 days before her birthday, excited to spend time with her father. Jae-won's 7-year-old daughter was bright, energetic, and completely unaware of the danger surrounding her. "Daddy!" She launched herself into his arms. "You look tired. Are you sleeping enough?" Even his daughter noticed. His performance was too good. "Just working hard, princess. I'm fine." Minji's smile was poisonous as she greeted Hana. "Hello, stepdaughter. Ready for your birthday party?" Jae-won watched Rose's expression when she first saw Hana. Pure warmth. She bent down to Hana's level immediately. "Hi, I'm Rose. I work here. What's your favorite color?" "Purple and pink and also blue." Hana bounced excitedly. "Then your birthday decorations should be all 3, don't you think?" Hana's eyes went wide. "Can they be?" Rose glanced at Minji, who waved dismissively. Whatever keeps her occupied. What Minji didn't know was that Rose had already discovered the real birthday plan. An accident during the party. A balcony railing mysteriously loosened. A tragic fall. "We need to move faster," Jae-won told Rose that night. "I won't risk Hana. What if we cancel the party?" That alerts something's wrong. No, we let the party happen, but we change the venue. How? Hana is allergic to certain flowers. Minji doesn't know this. She's never cared enough to learn. You'll accidentally order those flowers for the garden party. We'll have to move everything indoors to a space I control. Rose smiled. "You're diabolical." "I'm protective. There's a difference." As they planned, Hana wandered in, unable to sleep. "Daddy, who's Rose? She's really nice." Jae-won pulled his daughter close. "She's a friend, a good friend." Hana studied Rose with a child's brutal honesty. "Are you going to be my new mommy?" Both adults froze. "Hana," Jae-won started. "It's okay, Daddy. I don't like Minji anyway. She's mean. Rose is nicer." Even Hana knows. Kids always see the truth. Like if Hana just said what we're all thinking. What do you think will happen at the party? Subscribe. The birthday party was magnificent and completely different from Minji's original plan. The accidental flower order worked perfectly. Minji's fury at the incompetent florist, actually Jae-won's doing, meant everything moved to the indoor ballroom. A ballroom where every corner had security, every railing was solid, and every staff member was loyal to Jae-won, not Minji. Dae-jung arrived early, supposedly to help. Jae-won watched him examine the new setup, saw the frustration in his eyes. "The balcony would have been better," Dae-jung muttered to Minji when he thought no one was listening, but the cameras caught everything. The party began. Children ran everywhere. Parents chatted. Hana opened presents with infectious joy. Rose stayed close to Hana, never letting her out of sight. Minji noticed. "The maid is very attached to your daughter," she commented to Jae-won, her tone suspicious. "Hana likes her. That's enough for me. Still, it's inappropriate. She's staff, not family." Jae-won's jaw tightened. "Unlike you, Rose actually cares about my daughter's well-being." Minji's eyes widened at his tone. He had never spoken to her like this before. "What's gotten into you?" she hissed. "Maybe I'm just tired of pretending." Before Minji could respond, Dae-jung approached. "Jae-won, we need to discuss the merger papers. Can we step into your office?" It was happening. They were making their move. Jae-won nodded. "Of course. Rose, please watch Hana." Rose understood immediately. She pulled Hana close, ready to protect her with her life if necessary. In the office, Dae-jung pulled out papers. Sign these and the merger is complete. Jae-won skimmed them. The language was deliberately complex, but he understood. These papers would transfer controlling interest in his companies to Dae-jung, not create a partnership. This isn't a merger, Jae-won said calmly. This is a takeover. Dae-jung snarled coldly. Does it matter? You won't live long enough to contest it. The trap is sprung, but who's really caught in it? Like if you can't wait to see Jae-won's revenge, share this with someone who loves justice being served. Subscribe as the story gets more explosive. You think I don't know? Jae-won's voice was deadly calm. Dae-jung's smell faltered. Know what? About you and Minji, about the poison, about your plan to kill me and take everything. The color drained from Dae-jung's face. You're bluffing. Jae-won pressed a button on his desk. The monitors lit up, showing footage, Dae-jung and Minji in hotel rooms, discussing murder, celebrating their affair. I know everything, and so do the police, my lawyers, and several very interested parties in our mutual business ventures. Dae-jung lunged for the documents, but Jae-won was faster. Years of surviving in a dangerous world had kept him sharp. You're a dead man, Dae-jung snarled. No, you are. Security flooded the room, real security, not the ones Dae-jung had tried to bribe. In the ballroom, Minji sensed something wrong. She grabbed Hana roughly. Come with me. Rose stepped between them. Let her go. You're just a maid. Move. No? Minji's hand raised to strike Rose, but Rose caught her wrist. I said no. The other party guests gasped as Minji stumbled back, shocked that the quiet maid had defied her. You're part of this. Minji's face twisted with rage. You stopped giving him the poison, didn't you? The guests' shocked gasps intensified. Minji had just confessed to attempted murder in front of witnesses. Rose held Hana protectively. I saved him because, unlike you, I value human life. Police sirens wailed outside. Jae-won had timed everything perfectly. As officers entered, Minji tried to run but found every exit blocked. It's over, Jae-won announced, entering the ballroom with Dae-jung in handcuffs. Both of you are finished. Minji's eyes found Rose, filled with pure hatred. This is your fault. You ruined everything. No, said Jae-won coldly. You ruined yourself the moment you chose greed over loyalty. Justice served. Did that feel as satisfying to you as it did to us? Like if you're celebrating. However, wait, is it really over? Comment your predictions and subscribe as the story gets more explosive. The arrests made national news. Business heir's wife and partner arrested for murder plot. Jae-won's house felt different without Minji's cold presence. Quieter, safer. Hana stayed with him, her birthday having turned into something she would never forget. Daddy, is Rose staying? Hana asked the morning after. I haven't asked her yet. You should. She saved us. Rose had planned to leave. Her job was done, her mother's medical bills paid as promised, her new passport secured. But Jae-won found her packing her small room in the staff quarters. You're leaving? Rose jumped. Mr. Kim, I thought it was best. The news coverage, the trial, I don't want to be a distraction. What if I asked you to stay? She paused, folding a sweater carefully. Why would you ask that? Because Hama needs someone who genuinely cares about her. Because my house needs someone who sees people, not assets. Because He stopped. Rose turned to face him. Because what? Because over these weeks, you've become the only person I trust completely, and I don't want you to go. I'm your maid, Mr. Kim. You're the woman who saved my life. Multiple times. You're brave, clever, and kind. You're everything my wife wasn't. That's not a high bar, Rose said with a small smile. True, but you're also everything I never knew I needed. The air between them charged with possibility. What are you saying? Asked Rose quietly. I'm saying stay, not as a maid, as
something more, if you want. Rose looked at her half-packed bag, then at Jae-won, this dangerous man who'd shown her unexpected gentleness, this mafia boss who read bedtime stories to his daughter with different voices for each character, this criminal who'd never once made her feel afraid. People will talk, warned Rose. A black woman with a Korean mafia boss, after everything? Let them talk. I've stopped caring what people think. Could this actually work? Is it too soon? Like if you want Rose to stay. Should she take the risk? Comment yes or no and subscribe to see what Rose decides.
Rose stayed. At first, she moved to a guest room, not the staff quarters, small steps. Getting to know each other as equals, not employer and employee. Jae-won discovered she loved painting, but had not touched a brush in years. He bought her a full art studio's worth of supplies. She discovered he could cook, really cook, but rarely did because Minji had mocked his common hobby. They cooked together, painted together, took Hana to parks together. People are staring, Rose noted during one outing. Let them. But the stares weren't all hostile. Some were curious, some were approving. Seoul was slowly changing, becoming more diverse, more accepting. Still, the whispers followed them, the mafia boss and his black girlfriend. Some said it with scandal, others with interest. Jae-won's business associates had mixed reactions. Some threatened to pull their support. Others didn't care as long as profits remained high. You're losing allies over me, Rose pointed out. I'm losing people who were never truly loyal. Good riddance. The trial proceeded. Minji and Dae-jung faced attempted murder charges, fraud, and conspiracy. The evidence was overwhelming. During testimony, Minji screamed at Rose in the courtroom, "You're nothing, a maid. You'll never be accepted in our world." Rose stood calmly. "I don't want to be accepted in your world. Your world is built on lies and murder. I'll take honesty and simplicity any day." The judge ordered Minji removed for outbursts. Outside the courthouse, reporters swarmed. "Mr. Kim, is it true you're dating your former maid?" "Yes, I'm dating Rose Mitchell. She's an incredible woman who saved my life." "Aren't you worried about the optics?" "I'm worried about being happy. Everything else is secondary." Rose squeezed his hand as cameras flashed. That night, Hana asked, "Are you and Rose getting married?" Jae-won and Rose exchanged glances. "Would you want that?" Jae-won asked his daughter. "Yes, Rose is the best. She actually plays with me and doesn't just pretend." Hana approves, but is marriage too fast? Like if you think they should take their time, or should Jae-won propose now? Share your opinion and subscribe. 6 months after the trial, Jae-won took Rose to Jeju Island. The volcanic island was beautiful, peaceful, far from Seoul's chaos and judgment. They walked along black sand beaches, explored lava tubes, watched the sunrise over the ocean. "I never thought I'd be here," Rose admitted. 6 months ago, I was terrified, poor, alone. And now? Now I'm terrified for different reasons. What scares you? She turned to face him. Losing this, losing you and Hana, waking up and finding it was all a dream. Jae-won pulled a small box from his pocket. Inside was a ring, not ostentatious, not flashy, but elegant and meaningful. A black pearl surrounded by small diamonds. "Then let's make it permanent. Marry me, Rose." Rose's hands flew to her mouth. "Jae-won, I know it's fast. I know people will talk. I know my world is dangerous and complicated, but I also know that life is short, betrayal is real, and genuine love is rare. You showed me loyalty when my own wife showed me poison. You protected my daughter when others plotted her death. You saw me, really saw me, when I was invisible in my own home." Tears streamed down Rose's face. "Yes, yes, I'll marry you." He slipped the ring on her finger, and they kissed as waves crashed nearby. "Hana's going to be so excited," Rose laughed through tears. "She helped pick the ring." "What?" "I took her shopping last week. She said the black pearl reminded her of you.
unique and beautiful. Rose's heart melted. That child is too smart for her own good. Back in Seoul, the engagement announcement caused the expected storm. Headlines screamed, opinions clashed, social media exploded. But in Jae-won's house, Rose's house now too, they were happy. "We'll face it together," Jae-won promised. "Always," Rose agreed. She said yes. Like if this made you emotional. Is this the successful conclusion, or is there more drama coming? Comment your thoughts and subscribe. They married in a private ceremony 3 months later. Rose wore a dress that blended Korean and Western traditions, white silk with subtle Korean embroidery. Jae-won wore a traditional hanbok that made him look both powerful and peaceful. Hana was the flower girl, taking her job very seriously. The guest list was small, people who genuinely supported them. Jae-won's mother came, accepting Rose with surprising warmth. "You saved my son and granddaughter. You are family now." Some of Jae-won's business associates attended, realizing that his happiness made him stronger, not weaker.
Rose's mother attended via video call from America, too ill to travel, but beaming with joy. "My baby girl found love. That's all a mother wants." The ceremony blended cultures, Korean traditions mixed with American touches. They bowed to elders, exchanged vows in both English and Korean, shared both wedding cake and tteok. "You know this won't be easy," Jae-won whispered during their first dance. "Nothing worthwhile ever is," Rose replied. At the reception, Hana gave a speech that made everyone cry. "Rose isn't just my new mommy, she's my hero. She saved my daddy and she saved me, and she makes really good pancakes." Laughter filled the room. As the night ended, Jae-won and Rose stood on the balcony overlooking Seoul's glittering lights. "Any regrets?" he asked. "Not a single one. You?" "Only that I didn't see you sooner. You were in my house for months and I was too blind to notice." "You noticed when it mattered, because you made sure I stayed alive to notice." They kissed under the stars, two people from different worlds who found each other through tragedy and betrayal. Below, guests celebrated their union. Above, the future stretched infinite with possibility. The wedding! Was it everything you hoped? Like if you're crying happy tears. But wait, one more chapter to go. What could possibly be left? Subscribe to find out in the final chapter. 1 year later, the Kim household was completely transformed. Hana thrived with Rose as her stepmother, her grades improving, her smile constant. Jae-won had begun legitimizing his business operations, slowly stepping away from the criminal world. It was dangerous. Some allies felt betrayed, but Rose supported him through every difficult decision. "You're becoming the man you always wanted to be," she told him during particularly hard nights. Rose opened an art gallery, showcasing artists of color in Korea. It became successful, creating community and conversation. They faced prejudice still. Some restaurants refused them service. Some business deals fell through because partners didn't approve of the marriage. Rose received hateful messages online. But they also found unexpected allies. Young couples in interracial relationships reached out, thanking them for being visible. Other mixed families connected with them. "You're changing things," Jae-won's mother said. "Seoul is watching, Korea is watching, and slowly, minds are opening." On their anniversary, Rose discovered she was pregnant. "How do you feel?" Jae-won asked, his hand on her still flat stomach. "Terrified, happy, worried about raising a mixed-race child in Korea. Our child will have something we didn't, parents who love each other genuinely, and a big sister who will protect them fiercely." Hana was indeed excited. "I'm going to teach them everything. Can we name them after a superhero?" At night, when the house was quiet, Jae-won and Rose would reflect on how far they'd come. "If someone had told me that whispering, 'stay quiet,' would lead to this, I would never have believed them. You saved my life that day. We saved each other." And it was true. Rose had saved Jae-won from poison and betrayal. Jae-won had saved Rose from invisibility and poverty.
Together, they'd saved each other from loneliness. Their love story wasn't conventional. It started with murder plots and ended with baby clothes. It began with whispered warnings and grew into shouted vows. But it was real, and in a world of carefully constructed lies, real love was revolutionary. Thank you for following Jae-won and Rose's incredible journey from betrayal to love. If this story touched your heart, please like this video. Share it with friends who love suspense, romance, and stories about overcoming impossible odds. And don't forget to subscribe for more compelling stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat.